boxing, when they hit you in your solar plexus, you gasp for breath. And the idea is that you tuck your stomach in, take a deep breath, go through the pain, and then fight again. Well, that's how it's going to be now. Every morning when I wake up, it'll be a punch.
Really a story of turning tragedy into something beautiful and something that can continue to live on even after a person has passed away. I love all of the footage that we got to see of Jishnu on the field and getting to hear from his teammates and his coaches and his parents about his spirit and his love for the game. And as tragic as it is to lose a child and lose a friend, I think it's really beautiful that they kind of banded together to keep that spirit and that soul alive, and give other kids a chance to live out their dreams when they otherwise would not get to. I think Jishnu would be really, really proud of what they have accomplished in his name. And yeah, I think that like all of the footage was absolutely fantastic, and it made it all feel so real.
It's a really amazing film about how these people turned such a huge tragedy into a legacy for Jishnu. Just to see how his life and spirit are encapsulated in this new foundation and these kids that have the same dream, how Jishnu's dream is living on in them, and how much they've been able to accomplish through this foundation was really cool. So that's just the concept of this documentary was amazing. I enjoyed all the footage that they came up with so that we could see Jishnu loving his sport and all the videos like capturing his spirit. So including that was really cool, and just hearing from his mom and his teammates and how much this has had an effect on them and encouraged them to keep going to live out Jishnu's dream. I thought all of that was really powerful. And just, yeah, hearing from everybody and the heart that they have for this. I think that this film really encapsulates that heart and passion that they have for this sport and this legacy of Jishnu. All came together in this film, and they were able to capture that really well.
Really nice music. I love the interviews and the script of this documentary. And the message of this, I was curious as to why Jishnu passed away. But man, he left such a legacy for such a young age, which was actually more important than my question. And then I realized the title of this is Never Ask Why. So very sad, but a good positive outcome. And I really appreciated seeing this. I'm glad it was made, and I was educated on this person's story and legacy and the dream team, and the existence of the dream team. I think this is really cool, and I love it.
I think it was emotional. It had me invested in from the opening line about like how he was talking about in boxing, is like a gut punch. You have to suck it up and keep moving. And like now, every day is gonna be like that. I was like, that was a really strong opening like sequence that really pulled me in and held me. And then you held me throughout the rest of the film. So that was good. Really good, strong emotions. I also really wanted to shout out the B-roll. The idea of like staging it or whatever, staging like the B-roll or whatever, like almost like a docu-drama type beat. I really like that idea, and I really like that concept, and I think y'all pulled it off well. And I think that serves, seeing it play out in real time through the B-roll serves this type of story well, I think. So it really adds to the emotion really well. So
I loved the way that they framed the shots. They made them so creative and interesting that it drew you in. And I really enjoyed the interviews with everybody and listening to how the story unfolded. Something that started out very tragically, but ended up turning into something positive with what they were doing with this foundation and what they were doing for these kids I think was just absolutely incredible. I'm really glad that I got a chance to watch this and see this.
The dramatizations in this documentary actually help to tell the story along with the score. They make it a lot more impactful to show exactly what was going on. Say I personally didn't know football or soccer was something that could ever give an injury enough to kill, or if this kid had an underlying medical condition that wasn't discussed. Well, I know it was sad, but I love that his parents and his teammates chose not to wallow in his death, but to make a light out of it by opening a foundation and giving more kids the chance at living their dreams. It shows that this kid's death isn't going to be in vain because his mom and dad are going to make sure of it. So is his brother, and so are all of his friends. They're going to make sure that his death really wasn't in vain, that there was a purpose for it, which is really finding the light at the end of the tunnel.